Dr. Kucho, and you're watching DJ News Magazine TV.
Hello, Dr. Kucho. How are you? Happy New Year 2011. Welcome here in Belgium in this amazing club, Zoo Club. It's a great pleasure to be with you here. Thanks for accepting the interview, of course. How are you doing?
Very good, very nice. I had a really nice gap in the hotel in Sheraton at the airport, and I'm really ready to party.
And yes, we are here just before you, so you are beginning to playing. Are you excited for tonight?
Always a little bit excited, yeah. It's kind of 19 years doing this, but it's always a little bit excited before playing, yes.
Yes, I know that you just arrived from New Year's Eve in Poland. How was the event there, the crowd? Can you just describe your feelings?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was 8,000 people in a very amazing club with a lot of big sound system and light system, amazing light system. And the crowd was really responsive. And also Polish people is so friendly on the streets. I had the opportunity to go to the city and check around, and it was so very nice people there.
Yeah, I think that it's a nice country there. The dance music, the house music. It's yes, it's a very eclectic land. We can say that. So I have a question for you that is not like the other question, and you know the question. I think it seems that before you become a producer, an ingenious producer, we have to say that. Is it true that you wanted to become a video game designer?
Yeah, I actually did a couple of projects, but I never finished a decent game, and never been employed as a video game programmer. But it's exactly what I wanted to be, because I always loved video games, and I learned to program computers since so young. So I did some kind of things that you could call a video game, but it was not.
But you keep doing that as hobby sometimes, or?
I'm doing something. I recently discovered a framework to program in Flash. The framework is something that makes things easier to program. So I learned a little bit to program in Flash, and I'm doing it. Yeah, in my free time, some stuff I put it on my Facebook, just for fun, just for, I don't know. Programming is good for your brain because you have to think a lot, so it keeps your machine working. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's still running. So I know that you are busy. So since the 90s, you are busy with music, and yes, the video game was a passion for you, definitely. And so, how did you begin this amazing story? So to produce music since the 90s.
Well, actually, I was doing stuff in computers for games. And then I got a software to make music, because I was listening to that music, but I was never thinking about making dance music. But then this software for a Commodore Amiga 500, it was called Tracker, Pro Tracker or whatever. They changed the name a lot of times with the versions. But that was the first program I used. And I found it like, oh, you can do things with this,
simply.
Yeah. Then more and more, I was replacing the programming with the music. That was the beginning.
Yeah, because it's an incredible way. It's an incredible way that you run this all amazing stuff that you have done. So after the video games, you decide to produce music, and then you run your own label. So it's a disc doctor, huh? Yeah, and I have seen. Yeah, perfect. I have seen that you run artists like Gregor Salto, Stephen King. But yeah. for me, if I'm in your place, it's a great honor to have artists such like that. So what can you say about?
Well, Gregor Salto, I'm big friend with him, yeah. And. But anyway, I release music that I like. That's the main thing of my label. I don't care who made the track. If they send me a track and I like it, I release it. I don't care if it's big artist or a small artist.
Because you are doing definitely great stuff every time. I don't know how do you do that? How do you make so many tracks? How do you collaborate with so many artists? You have 34 tracks in 2010 released in many levels, as including spinning records. Was it a challenge or?
That was a challenge.
Challenge.
Because the previous year, 2009, I was not happy with my own work. I thought that I was not doing enough.
Happy.
Yes, so I said, man, this year I didn't do my best, so I want to do my best in 2010. How can I do that? I take the amount of tracks I did the previous years and I double it. So I said I want to make double track this year. Just as a challenge, as a game for myself, as a way to don't lose the time and keep focused on what matters, which is make music. Because sometimes you don't do things because you get a mess with other stuff you don't want to get messed.
I have to say, you know what? You are right.
Yeah, it's a good thing. And also about making music like that with a challenge, it's good because you learn techniques to make music faster. You are forced to do that. So, and one of the things when you make music, one of the most important things when you make music is to make the track fast. That could be like misunderstood. Like fast is bad, but no. If you keep the level of quality and you do the same, but you do it faster, you do it better. Because since the moment you start the track, you start to get bored of that track. Because you listen the same thing again and again and again and again. So if you manage to do it faster, your ideas go quickly and you don't get tired of the track, and it's really a good thing.
And that's what I'm gonna talking about. A track that you made last year in 2010. That was La Isla.
Yeah.
This track is simply fabulous because when you hear that, it seems that it's a simply track, but around it, it's a great work. But as you said, you work faster in a track, and I would love to know how did you make this track? How was born the track La Isla? Because it's an interesting track.
This track was not made so fast. To be honest, this one was a project I had 1 year before, like half finished. So I don't know why I could not finish it when I started at the beginning. No, sometimes your inspiration on something got lost. So I stopped it and I stored it in my computer. And then at the end of the year I recovered it, and I don't know why I got fresh ideas and I could finish it. So.
But it's amazing because this track, when you hear that, it seems that I was the first time I was listening to the track. It seems that I was walking in the beach or something like that.
I don't plan that. I mean, I don't make plans for that. Like when I do a track, I do a track, and the track itself becomes something.
It's the best way. It's the best way.
It's yeah, because if you want to force a track too much, you want to force one direction for the track. Sometimes it doesn't get what you want, so it's better to. So the track I just made it, and then I found a title for it.
Projects like this. Do you have some projects like this, like the La Isla, for example, for this year, 2011?
I have other projects, not like La Isla and that style, but for example, I have Belmondo Rules 4. Yes, and I plan, and it's actually it's unfinished, but I will play it tonight. So I also want to do a remix contest about Belmondo Rules 4.
For me, it was important to know for the people, because people are still waiting more and more and more from the artists. And this year, I was talking about and thinking about maybe have you a plan to make a DVD, for example, a DVD tour or something like that?
No, I would like to make an album with a compilation of the best tracks of past year, like 5 or 6, and then a few new ones. But I'm so bad doing long-term projects. I need to organize myself, and that's difficult for me.
A lot of work, but with this, a lot of work that you have now, do you have some times for you? Do you take times for you, for your hobbies? What do you like to?
what I do as a hobby is model cars. Yeah, radio control model cars.
It's something different than the other artists that we ask. So it's totally different.
I'm very different in many things. I'm afraid, yeah. To the people that like my music, they are invited to come to my Facebook.
It's important.
To my Facebook artist page. I post everything there. My gigs, my new music, my video game project.
I have to say that the Facebook page is very, very complete. Where can you see you very soon? Around here in Europe. Do you have any dates?
Yes, I'm going to Malta. I'm not sure where, and I have a gig in Spain, in the south of Spain, and I have a lot of bookings in Russia. I am playing a lot in Russia. Past year too. For some reason, my music becomes more successful in Russia. Yeah, I always go to house clubs. So maybe you're right, but what I can see is house music. But house music, I think they love melodies and stuff. I mean, beautiful trance. Maybe that's why also they do trance, because trance has a lot of melodies. And I think that's the reason my music becomes more successful there, because I do a lot of melodies.
I have a last question. It's simply, what do you like to say to all people that are saying this interview?
Yes, thank you for the support, and I hope you like my new stuff coming in this year. That's it.
Okay, have fun tonight, and I hope you will rock the place.
Thank you very much.